Hi, I'm the Moroccan Angel, and I'm here to help others set things right with their Maker.
Hello, how are you today? I want to start off this episode by just thanking all of those who are supporting me. Thank you for your prayers if you are praying for me in your heart. I do appreciate that, and I appreciate the support that is shown from those who support the channel and those who are my subscribers. I appreciate you. I want you to know that. So, as we begin today, we're going to look at some biblical evidence that someone is an enemy of God. So, did you know that there are a lot of individuals who are under the impression that God is all loving, all forgiving, all merciful, that He wants everyone to be happy and love each other, and so they believe His ultimate goal is to make them happy. I mean, if I were constructing my own God, or quote unquote God, I'd imagine him that way. As someone said to me that I constructed this belief in God as a comfort mechanism. I must say, it's not a comfort mechanism when you know him. He is not human. There is fear when you interact with such a being. You understand why in the scriptures he brought terror. Even those who knew him and were close with him understood to respect him. It is not a matter of comfort. Someone described it as a lion. You know, you can befriend a lion and you can, kind of play with a lion. And, personally, I'd love to pet a lion and play with a lion. But in the back of your mind, you know the power of this beast to respect him. So, I mean, if one was to construct an idea of God, sure, it would be he's all loving, because that's an element of comfort. They want to know that he's all forgiving. So when you decide to uh, break his commands or disrespect his order or his laws, you want to have the comfort knowing that he's going to pardon you. That's a man-made ideology of God. And the ancient scriptures speak of it as imagining a quote unquote God after their own heart, meaning a quote unquote God that is suitable for your own desires. But did you know that God actually has his own characteristics? And he doesn't need you to assign any character traits or attributes to him? Just like you're your own person, he is as well. And this is one of the ways that you know when someone doesn't know him. They attribute the wrong characteristics. Now, the God that I'm referring to here is the God of Israel. He is the one who declares that he is the rightful owner and creator of the earth and its inhabitants. And that includes you. Yes, that's his breath in your body. That's his design. Your brain, the functioning of your organs and mental capacities. It's amazing. And you know what else is amazingly shocking? At least it was to me when I first discovered this. He's not all loving. No, no. There's another trait that trumps that. I want you to hear me. So come here, listen closely, because a lot of people don't know this about him. Are you ready? Not only is he not all loving, he's just, meaning he's going to give you exactly as you deserve. You see, he's not moved by human emotions. He's not human. So I want to be clear before we jump into this. I'm speaking specifically of the God of Israel, not other beings that you may have put in his place in your heart. No, I'm speaking of the one the ancient scriptures, written 4,000 years ago, speaks of, the Creator, the giver of all life. He's the one. And now the question is, are you his enemy? So in the ancient scriptures, it states that your works are a manifestation of where you are in direct relation to the God of Israel. You see, those who rebel against his order, violating the principles of right and wrong, according to his laws. This includes those who act against their own conscience. What they're actually saying is, according to the scriptures, and they're not necessarily saying this with their mouth, but it's an expression of the spirit. The inner core of this person is expressing to the Creator, I hate you. I don't like your order or your rule. This is the very thing that is communicated spiritually. You see, he's a spirit, the spirit of all life. Everything begins here in the spirit. And what flows from the mouth and the actions are just a reflection of what's in the heart and the spirit of man. There's a couple of scriptures in the New Testament Christian books that touch on this. Jesus himself stated in the book of Matthew, those things which proceedeth out of the mouth, it comes from the heart. This is what defiles a man. But I want to clarify something. If that man is demonstrating the behavior, he's already defiled. Also, when describing actions, looking at the New Testament book of Titus, chapter 1, verse 16, it reads, they claim to know God, but by their actions, they deny him. They're detestable, and catch this, disobedient, not fit, meaning disqualified or disapproved to every good work. So all of this half Christian, half sinner, or 3/4 saved and sanctified and the other part unsaved because you're struggling with being obedient. That's nonsense in the light of the written scriptures. Jesus himself said, according to spiritual laws, you cannot serve two masters. It's unable to be done. Your will is divided. You're claiming to love God and rebelling against him when his laws are inconvenient for you. You're proving yourself to be a liar, a hypocrite. You're claiming something that's not true. Come now. Is that how you want to keep living? Right down to the grave? Is that what you want to be known for? A hypocrite? And for those of you who are claiming to serve Jesus as your quote unquote God, to serve is literally to be a servant. Hear me now. A servant is one who expresses submission, to submit to yield entirely to the will or authority of another. Are you telling me that you're yielding to the authority of Jesus by laying up with someone else's spouse? Tell me, while in the act of sin, who are you yielding to exactly? Who are you submitting to? At that moment, who is it that you think you're serving? Oh, seriously, let's stop playing games and expose this because this is the very thing that is brutally taking people to the pit. Who do you serve? Now, in reference to the God of Israel, the demonstrable acts that are directly manifested as an expression of hatred and enmity against him are acts of treachery against others, exploitation of others, taking bad advantage of the innocent in heart, breaking promises. You're his enemy. Promise breakers, people whose word means nothing to them. You destroy his creation recklessly, abusing, murdering for land, wealth, power. This is evil. All the earth is the Lord's. Murdering the innocent, the scriptures declare that he hates those who rebel against his order. This is his earth, not yours. Those who do these things have made themselves the enemy of the Creator. Listen, you may not like what I'm saying, but it's what's written in the ancient scriptures 4,000 years ago by those who knew him, who interacted with him. And I know it's hard to hear, especially for those who are under the deception that the Creator is quote unquote all loving. The ancient scriptures confirm that he's all loving to those who respect and honor him. You got him confused with someone else because he's not all loving. And I'll biblically prove it. In Deuteronomy chapter 7, verses 9 through 10, in the original Testament books, it states, "Know this, that the God of Israel is faithful, keeping covenant and faithfulness with them that love him." And watch this. Those that love him and keep his commandments to 1,000 generations. But those who hate him, he repayeth them to their face to destroy them. He will not delay or procrastinate to him that hateth him. He will surely repay you to your face. Now remember, this documentation from 4,000 years ago of individuals who have interacted with him. You know, people's minds go straight to, when thinking of this judgment, it goes straight to death because that's a big event and it's often the most feared. But they overlook the torment in life, mental torment and distress, certain diseases and sicknesses, freak accidents. Oh my. Make no mistake about this. He is not a human. He is the creator of humans. Yes, he expects you to do what is right. And why not? He's given you every ability to do so. Who do you think you are? Going about as though you created the earth, walking about heaping evil upon evil, arrogant and disregarding of the king over all the earth? Well, I've come to tell you, you will surely answer for your crimes against the king. Shall you not come to your knees before the one who gave you life? For lo, you shall. And just like that, the breath he has given you, to him it shall return. And you will come before one who upholds justice and fairness and righteousness above the human emotion of love. He is not human. Oh, you think he's all merciful. Stand in a children's hospital. Take a stroll in the graveyard and see the tombstones of those who now lay in the ground. Men, women, and children. Some from brutal deaths of war, murder, and suffering. If he did not show quote unquote love and quote unquote mercy in sparing their lives from the coldness and suffering of death, what makes you think he will do it for an enemy who defies him with every breath? All forgiving, you say. In the ancient scriptures, we are told that death is the punishment for sin. Are the unforgiven lying dead in the graves? Do you not know that forgiveness negates justice? I'm the Moroccan angel. Don't take my words lightly. Do what is right. It matters.